As most of you guys will know, I absolutely love two sites in the world more than anything. One's user testing and one's Prolific. So what I've done in the past is I did a full 9 to 5 shift on user testing to see just how much profit you can make throughout the day, and I decided it's about time we did the same thing over on Prolific. Now I started this the other day. I started at around 10 o'clock in the morning and I went all the way to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a nice hour-long gap for lunch, but apart from that I spent every minute on Prolific. I did every single survey, even if there was ones that didn't have great hourly wages, I still did them. I kept track of how long it took me to do each one, and I kept track of the total profit we were making as well. There was a few issues I had, but there was also some nice little returns we got as well, so let's get into it. Now, before I get into the video, I know there is a waiting list for Prolific at the moment, but that just highlights massively how impressive Prolific is as a survey site. But for those of you who are on the waiting list, I have got a video coming out next week where we're going to be looking at some alternatives to Prolific. I'm going to show you some websites where you can make similar amounts of profit, some websites that do similar style surveys and similar style activities. We're going to be looking at that next week, so please do be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on that. And then over the course of the next few months, I'll be using them sites as we did in this video and doing a full 9 to 5 shift and seeing the potential profits you can get. Getting into it then, you can see over the course between 10 and 10 to 4 in the end there, we did 10 surveys. Not that many surveys, but when you look at this, you can see one of them took an hour, one of them took 50 minutes, one took 41 minutes, one took 20 minutes. They're not quick surveys. I know some of the other ones were 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. They can be quick surveys, but the majority of the time when it comes to surveys on Prolific, they're going to be intensive, long surveys. But they're not genuinely surveys either. They are research projects. So for instance, with one of them, I had to click as fast as I could with my mouse. That's the one that took an hour. So every 15 seconds, I was given a bar and I had to try and achieve as far along as I could in that bar by clicking as quick as I could. And it basically kept track of it. And for as long as I did that, I got a little bonus and got a pay on top of it. Now for that one, you can see we got £9.99, so that's an hourly wage of around £10.33. Over the course of the whole 9 to 5 shift, I'm just going to get this out the way quickly in case someone's just interested in figures. We got £28.81, which isn't ideal for how long we spent there, but over the course of the 3 hours, 3 minutes we spent, it's not too bad of a return. Because on average with the surveys we did, it was a £12.46 an hour wage, which isn't that bad. It's actually quite a good little return. But if you were to sit there every day and do this and spend 6 hours a day like I did sat here waiting for the surveys, you're only going to be making around £576 a month, which isn't a great return. And now, I did get quite a lot of surveys. As you can see, I've just got this site loaded up at the moment. There isn't any there at the moment. There might not be any for a whole day, there might not be any for 2 days, there might be loads on one day, so many that you can't do. It is going to be very random in a way as to when you'll get them. But if you were to have sat here based on my one day, I did it for 6 hours a day, Monday to Friday, you're going to be making around that £576. Now that's not a good return, in my opinion. That is 6 hours a day where you could be doing something else that could bring in a lot of profit. Now maybe 1 to 2 hours a day might be a bit more beneficial, maybe having it open and only doing surveys that meet the hourly criteria you're looking for. But sitting here all day, every day, I don't think is going to be a good return on investment. I think there are better sites out there like user testing, as you saw from the video I did on user testing. If you haven't, go back and watch it. But I think user testing is generally going to give you a bit more profit for a little bit less work that might be a bit more enjoyable. But if you're someone who doesn't feel comfortable talking into a microphone, having your face recorded like you will need to on user testing, then maybe Prolific is the one for you. Obviously, if I'd have limited this down and got rid of the ones that were only paying £2.43 an hour, this one here, by the way, was incredibly poor. As you can see, we got paid £2.15, but it took us 49 minutes. That there already is showing a big issue. Now, that was because of technical issues that the survey or the research provider was having on their side. So in that instance, it was something out of my control. If it had come up saying it was going to take 49 minutes, for £2.15, I would have obviously said no, it's not worth my time. But you will get surveys from time to time that have that low of a return, and it's whether or not you think they're worthwhile doing for yourself. If I was to get rid of that survey from this pile of results, you can see that we would have made £26.66 and about £13.55 an hour. So it does boost up the hourly wage by quite a nice chunk there. But obviously the hourly wage will be relative to how many surveys you're getting on the given day. Now on Prolific, I really do want one to come up so I can show you what is shown on the screen. I'll hopefully try and get a screenshot of one at the moment. And actually here I already do have a screenshot from the other day, so you can see what happens when you load up Prolific and when there is surveys available. Now I took a screenshot of this the other day just to showcase that my balance was zero. You can see that at the moment my balance is £19.70. If I just come over here to the submissions, you can see which ones have been approved, which ones I got bonuses for, and which ones are still awaiting review. So sometimes it can take a few days before you get it, but as you can see, they have up to 22 days to review your submission. So it can take 22 days, but as soon as it's in your account over here and above £5, you can do an instant withdrawal to your PayPal. So it's nice and quick and easy to get. But if I just show you the screenshot again over here, you can see what shows up. So if we look in a bit closer, you can see the total amount you'll get paid, the total hourly wage, and the estimated time that you'll be done. Now that estimated time is incredible because it's not the time the people who've submitted the survey say it's going to take you to do. It's an estimated time based on how long it's took everyone else to complete that survey. So I wanted to see just how accurate that was. So I put the predicted times down here, which is what it said in these sections here, and I put how long it took me to do the surveys. You can see there was only 5 minutes difference between them, and that is including this survey that took an absolute age. So if this survey had only actually took 25 minutes, you can see on average it's taken a lot less time to do the research proposals and projects than predicted over here by user testing. So I'd much rather have it that way than have it the other way where you're going to spend a lot more time than expected. One thing I will give about Prolific that makes it nice and easy is this little extension over here for Google Chrome. You can load up the extension, go to the settings on it, and you can set an alert volume, desktop notifications, change the sound. You can do everything with Prolific. So this means you don't have to sit here with the page open like you do with user testing. You can just shut it down, be on your browser doing whatever you want for the day, and you'll get a little ding when there's a survey available. It's going to tell you over here what the hourly wage is, how much you'll get paid, how long it's going to take. So if you guys want me to, I'm willing to do Prolific over say a month long, or user testing for a month long just to get more accurate readings, and only do surveys that are above a certain hourly wage. But if you want my final opinion on Prolific, yes, it's good, and yes, the surveys you do are fun. They're not just boring, read the text and give an answer. They are actually nice, engaging, fun research projects, or as fun as you can get when it comes to research projects. But would I recommend sitting there all day doing it? No. Would I recommend having open every day and doing one survey that's an hour long worth £10? Yes, because then you're going to get an extra couple £100 a month for an hour a day's worth of work, which is then definitely worthwhile. But having it open all day every day because of the variance in the amount you'll get paid, the amount of time it'll take, what some of the surveys actually require, it's not worthwhile doing full time and having it open all day like I'd say user testing is. But it is definitely worth getting signed up, getting put on that waiting list, and getting your About You section filled in as well, by the way, because that makes a big difference. You can see mine isn't fully filled in, so there's probably some I'm missing out on here. And even if you've been on Prolific a while, keep checking that About You. I've filled this in about 4 times, and you can see there's still other instances that are available now, and that basically gets rid of the pre-screening requirements. So for example, on user testing, if I load it up over here at the moment, you can see there's 3 tests available straight away, but I've got a feeling I am not currently employed as a student, as a user researcher or designer, or enrolled on a user research design course. I'm going to say no to that. And you can say, oh, it does go through next, but I remember applying for this one the other day and it doesn't work. So I'm not available to do that one. So that nice little About You section on Prolific really allows you to get rid of them pre-screening questions. You know, any survey that comes up, you're going to be able to do. But hopefully, you've enjoyed this video. As you guys will see now, from 6 hours worth of sat at my computer, I managed to do 3 hours worth of work. I got paid £28.81, which is an hourly wage of £12.46 on average for each one we did. It's actually a real-time hourly wage though of £4.80. So it's really not worthwhile sitting here all day. But if you were to just select the surveys that look like they'd be fun or look like they're going to give you a good return, then it's definitely worthwhile having open in the background. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Prolific. Make sure you stick around for next week's video where I'm going to look at the alternatives of Prolific. And also, if you have any websites you want me to give a go, try out for a full day, give it a full-time shift, give you my opinion on it, let me know down in the comments and I'll be sure to add it to my list and get it done for you guys. But thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time.